Hello and welcome to World Talks here on TVP World with me, Ashim Kumar. New US restrictions on the export of advanced AI technologies have raised concerns in Poland, as it is one of the countries to whom the embargo applies. It is not included in the so-called list of key allies and partners exempted from these measures. The US announcement comes shortly after Poland's Digital Affairs Minister expressed ambitions for his country to become a European leader in AI. A deputy to the minister has since stated that these new US policies pose a significant long-term challenge for Poland's efforts to grow its AI sector. Well, to explore the thinking behind this decision, we are joined by Igor Protasowicki, cybersecurity expert at Vistula University. Welcome and thanks for taking the time, sir.
My pleasure.
So exporting AI technology, I mean, what does that mean? It's software, it's algorithm, what is it?
No, we are talking about the silicon chips that are way behind this technology. That is the thing that empowers all the systems that we currently use to create the technology. The algorithm needs some systems to be launched on, and those systems are especially designed in order just to operate.
Okay, so basically microchips, which are advanced microchips, yes?
Yes, they have a different set of potential instructions that can be launched and executed inside, because everything you do in the PCs today is based on the set of instructions, no matter whether you use a smartphone, a home PC,
right.
Or the set of instructions is a core feature of every single CPU that we have. You have different set of instructions for the CPU, you have different set of instructions for GPU, and of course, obviously, you have different set of instructions designed to empower the AI algorithm that makes it more efficient, easier to operate, and faster.
Okay, so CPU and GPU for our audience means?
The element of the computer that is responsible for processing all the information inside.
So the processors, basically.
Yes, exactly.
Understood. Okay, so why does America seem to have some kind of monopoly over these advanced chips?
America is a place where all the technology was born since the beginning till today. It's a place where it's developed to whatever we see today and whatever we use today. And since the biggest manufacturers in the world are placed in the US, all this innovation comes from the US, it's obvious that
okay, so you have Silicon Valley and so on. But then you also have centers of technology in India, for example.
Yes.
And China, of course.
Yes,
but America seems to be ahead of everyone else, is that right?
And they are using American silicon. So basically, whatever you do, you need to buy your equipment or rent your equipment from the United States.
Understood. All right, so what are the uses of this technology that makes it sensitive to American interests?
If you want to keep the leader's position, you have to keep control over all the development that is ongoing right now. Remember that ChatGPT comes from United States, and that is for the reason. Maybe they have some manpower imported from outside, like Polish scientists are working for ChatGPT, and some part of the development is based on our knowledge.
Right.
So America is a bit afraid that if they allow to spread the technology all over the world is going to compete in terms of providing services.
But I mean, in this world where, everything is shared globally on the internet, is that actually possible to do? I mean, to protect your intellectual property in this way?
It is possible, especially if we're talking about the profit, because if you're using American technology or American industry is involved, wherever in the world it takes place, some part of the profit goes to America. If we sell the technology necessary to build some services that will be provided worldwide from specific part of the world, the profit stays in the country.
Understood. Okay, are there any other uses of this technology which makes it sensitive for America? For example, defense?
Somehow, yes, because we don't know everything yet. There are some systems that are undergoing development. Something may be created in the future. Maybe someone will find better algorithms that are going to win the competition with ChatGPT or whatever United States has to offer today. We never know, because that is the change.
Understood.
We are flexible with this.
Understood. So what then do you think it means that America divided countries into three groups, and Poland is in the second group, Group B, which means that it's not a key ally and partner?
That's, from my perspective, just a name, some way they needed to address particular columns on the Excel file, maybe. From the other perspective, it means that we will have access to the technology. We will be able to purchase some equipment, of course, take it from America to our country and work with it. If we cooperate with American business, this list may be expanded, or the amounts we will be able to implement will be expanded. Of course, it's limited to time, because the list says how much between 2025 and 2027 we can implement in our system based in Poland. But still, we are not outside of the business. So it means that maybe United States is afraid, or are afraid, of what we can come up with, since some of Polish scientists are involved in whatever is going on in the United States.
So it's a competitive threat that they are,
of course,
concerned about. Okay, now the Polish Digital Affairs Minister, he expressed that he wanted Poland to be a European leader in AI, and then his deputy said that these policies pose a significant challenge to Poland's efforts to grow it. Talk us through why it's a challenge then. It seems that Poland can get these technologies quite easily.
We will be able to work on AI or create new algorithms, but everything you do in computer, everything that involves a specific set of instructions that needs to be executed in the processor can be done the same, no matter what architecture you're using, whether the architecture was created to support AI or not. But in the second scenario, you have to take the longer path. It needs more calculations to be done in order to achieve the same goal, and that means it consumes more energy. That will be more cost generating.
Right, so it's more expensive.
Yes.
Takes longer.
Yes.
But we can still get to where we want to be.
Yes, of course. That means the innovation may take longer, but we will still be able to get it.
All right. Okay. Now, in terms of the timing of this, I mean, President Biden has only a few days left of his presidency. Why wait until now to impose such a restriction? I mean, he's been in power for 4 years.
I think that it's quite typical for every single running out presidency to wait till the last moment with some of the significant decisions, and then
but why is this
do it
significant?
one after another. Because it influences American business. American economy depends on AI today, and everything that happens in the technological world influences everything else on the market.
Right. Okay. Now, in terms of alternative sources of this technology, are there any? I mean, does China have something that it could offer to Poland or other countries? India?
Yes, every single company that is creating any sort of silicon chips, any processor manufacturer, is working on their own technology, and that's quite obvious. But there is a catch in cooperation with China, because we never know what's implemented besides those obvious things. They can add something extra from themselves, and we won't even notice.
So there's a security risk.
Of course.
Understood. So is there an opportunity here then for Poland to actually start to develop its own industry in this area?
It is always possible, but
or even the EU.
It will take serious money to create any new factory in that particular branch. You need the access to the real silicon. You need to buy products from United States in order to run your own production, because when you buy silicon frames, you can do anything with it. Only then you need the robotized factory that will be able to perform, to create chips of the silicon wafers. But whatever you do with those wafers is just limited by your own imagination.
Understood. Now, Taiwan is a source for such chips.
Yes.
Could they develop their technology to incorporate this kind of capability?
Probably with time, yes, because most of the companies that stand behind the chips come from United States.
Right.
We have AMD, we have Intel, they are ahead of the competition. On the other hand, we have Qualcomm, we have other brands, and of course we have Chinese manufacturers. But with time, probably they will catch up the competition. Right now, I don't see.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. Understood. So, what then does it mean in terms of Poland's use of this kind of technology? Is there an opportunity, for example, for Poland to shift, to go up to the Group A or the top group, where there are no restrictions any longer?
Maybe yes. It depends on the coalition we can create with a new president, because every list can be changed. For now, we proved that we can be included in the AAA gaming industry because some of the best games developers actually derive from Poland.
Right.
So in terms of creating new AI, of course we can join this group and create something on our own.
Okay. Now, in terms of its defense use, artificial intelligence, that's your area of expertise, what are the opportunities there, and how do you anticipate that changing countries' defense strategies?
AI and all the algorithms behind those two letters are based on the access to data. All computers are way better than human beings in analysis of wide-range data. So today we call it big data because it can contain everything in it. So if you need to provide a critical analysis and do it fast, you would probably trust it with computer machines, not human beings, because it will take more time. So if we create new algorithms and involve it for military purposes,
yeah,
they will be able to perform better than team of people.
Right, so decisions can be made, military and otherwise, that are faster, and you say better. Define better.
More efficient, and of course, we cannot replace human brain with machine yet, because sometimes we have to remember that the computer can calculate only the things that it has on its database.
Right.
It won't come with a new data to implement, and it won't give you any results that do not derive from the information placed in the database, while we can take from our experience, or we can trust our instincts.
Right, okay. So they're not replacing us quite yet.
No, it won't be possible with the creative part of our industry. It will be possible with simple assignments that are repeatable perfectly.
Understood. Is there an effort within the European Union as a whole to develop this technology and perhaps to make it self-sufficient in the area?
Well, as soon as we turn towards the AI, as soon as we learn how much can we take from it, we started to work on it globally, not only in the United States, not only in China. We started to work independently in all the EU member countries, but there are some efforts as well on the European Union position, so who knows where it goes.
So lots of moving pieces, and yeah, it's interesting to see how all this works out for Poland and its ambitions to be a leader in the area of AI. Thank you so much for coming along and sharing your expertise with our audience and actually throwing some light on quite a complex area. Have a good evening, sir.
Have a good evening.
Thank you. And that's all from us in this episode of World Talks. Goodbye.